Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Lucky.
Life as we know it.
I'm Jared.
I'm Chelsea.
And today, she's going to talk to you about some stuff.
Yep, today I'm doing my awareness. It's sexual assault, so stay tuned for what I have to say. Hey guys! So, we are back with Living Lucky, Life as we know it. My name is Chelsea. I don't have my partner in crime today because today is about me bringing awareness to something that's super important to me. Sexual assault. So, for those of you who do not know, the month of April is actually the month where they actually bring awareness to it. So a couple of things that you can get involved in is Rain Day. What that means is you stay involved throughout the month. We do have a week-to-week guide as well. Week 1 is speaking out. If you didn't know that every 92 seconds there is somebody who is sexually assaulted, I thought that was kind of crazy. 92 seconds. For week 2, it supports survivors and yourself. Journaling, doing something for yourself, going for a hike, something that makes you feel secure and surrounded by friends and loved. That's week 2 that you can do. So first, speak out. Second is do something for yourself, for others. Week 3 is staying educated, which means that every state has different laws or thoughts on what exactly sexual assault means. If it's broken down to contact, or if it means that somebody is verbally overstepping the boundaries. You need to find out the laws in your state so you can protect yourself. So that's week 3, protecting yourself and educating yourself, knowing the laws. Week 4 is taking action, okay? Taking action. That means like maybe you're donating, maybe you're doing some volunteer work with helping other individuals who have been through a crisis like this. Or maybe it's just as simple as posting something on Facebook or social media to bring awareness to it and letting them know that there are different forms that they can get involved with, including rape. That's an important one, that's why I've spoken of it. Did you know that 310 sexual assaults out of 1,000 are reported? Only 310. That means 3 out of 4 go unreported. 3 out of 4 go unreported. That's kind of a huge stat right there. So I want to bring awareness to this. So if you yourself have a story, or you're involved or in a situation where you feel like you need to come out, you need to come out. That being said, I'm going to bring a little bit of my own story right now. So the most recent thing that's happened is I used to work for a huge corporation, and a person who is over me, he would use his role and management to try to do things to me, as in I would be up front, being in the position that I was supposed to be in, and he would call me over the walkie-talkies to where everyone who had a walkie-talkie knew that I was supposed to go to his office, and he would get me to clean his back area, and the back area didn't have cameras. So it put me in certain situations that were extremely uncalled for, extremely uncomfortable, and I'm not going to go in depth with what happened, but it is just a part of sexual assault. And I didn't speak up. Instead, I eventually left the place that I was working previously. So this is what happens sometimes when we don't speak up as women and men. When we're in situations, it's sad that we decide ourselves to get away from the situation when really we need to stand up and be strong and face the situation or tell others. That's a big thing, is get yourself in a community where you feel comfortable on speaking up and telling people. So again, remember that was week 1, speak out, and I didn't, and now I am out of that position because I felt uncomfortable amongst other things. That was just a part of it. Female students are 20% who end up doing the reporting. Female non-students are about 32%, elderly 28% report, members of the military are 43%, and males are 10% that are about violations that are actually reported. So to kind of hone in on what I was just talking about and how I didn't speak out, these are some of the reasons statistic-wise and what I have researched on why people decide to not report the situation that they're in. 20% feared retaliation. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't, which is so sad. 13% believed that the police wouldn't do anything. 13% believed it was a personal matter, and 8% believed it wasn't important enough to actually report. That right there shows self-worth that people need to work on, including myself. You feel it isn't important enough to report. How is that not important? That's your body. If you don't love it, then how is anybody else supposed to love it? 7% did not want to get the perpetrator in trouble. And I feel like that's a part of me too, him being in a higher role, which is ridiculous. 2% believed the police could not do anything. So the other one was they believed the police wouldn't do anything. This one is they believed the police couldn't do anything. And then the other 30% gave another reason or another on why they would not report. It is crucial to continue to educate yourself and educate others so that we can feel empowered and strong to actually speak up and do something about it and not feel like it isn't important enough, that we're not important enough to report what has happened, or that we're fearful of retaliation, which is ridiculous, and that we're worried about the perpetrator. They're the ones who did it in the first place, so the last thing that we need to be worried about is them. So I wanted to take a moment and share something else that's happened. So the reason why this one's so important to me is I promised myself I would not tear up, so we're going to stay strong. I was 16 years old and I was violated by someone in my household who played an important role in my house. So much to where when the occurrence happened, I was 16. I was fearful. Didn't know what to do, didn't know if anything would be done. So kind of everything that we've gone over, why things went unreported. I had a friend that was actually living with me at the time, and I reached out to her and told her what had happened. About a week goes by and we pass by another person in charge in the house, and she kind of brought it up jokingly to get me to say something about it, and the person understood that something was the matter, so pulled me to the side, and I mentioned what had happened about someone crawling on top of me in the middle of the night. And initially it was heartbreak and understanding and trying to console me and comfort me, which turned into the individual making excuses for why that person had done that. That might be part of the reason why this recent event that happened, why I didn't step up and say something, which is sad because people need to support each other and help protect individuals who can't protect themselves, children. Sorry guys that I'm rambling. This one's an important one to me. It's a scary thing, feeling like you can't protect yourself and you're in your home and you feel like you can't or don't want to be around people in your household. So much fear that you don't want to be in revealing clothes, or when I say revealing, as in you don't want to be in a bathing suit around that person. There's so much more that occurred, but this one was the big one that happened. And nothing got done. So maybe that's a part of why I was so fearful in speaking up this time. So if somebody comes to you, support them, help them stay strong, tell them to speak up. It's crucial, guys, to come together. And I'm not talking about the whole Me Too incident. Nothing wrong with, like, if that's your thing, but don't use it just to come up and be like, someone touched my butt when they were passing by me. Really, guys, I'm talking about for real people. Real things have happened to them, and they need help. They need your support. They need to feel protected. They need to feel strong. Those people, I want you to speak up. I want you to knock those perpetrators down. Do I feel like it's an easy thing to overcome? I feel like there are some people who sulk in the misery or occurrences that have happened to them when they were a child or as an adult and make excuses on, well, this happened or that happened. Yes, I feel like some people just milk it as much as they possibly can. Do I feel like it's a really hard thing to get over and you try to shove it in your memory and try to bury it and put it under the rug and underneath the ground to where it's not there, but really you know in the back of your mind and in your heart it's still there? Yes, I do that. Can I say that I have gotten completely over this circumstance that happened? I'll be honest, no. And this is why it's so important for you to speak up and for you to have people that make you feel comfortable enough and you can trust enough to open up and know that you're going to be okay and they're going to help speak out. Back to sexual assault awareness. April is when it happens. There are many different things that you can do in the meantime to bring awareness, and then not to just be the month of April. You can post about it, you can donate, you can volunteer, you can be open to others who may have these issues that have happened and talk to them. Don't laugh, don't push them away. They need somebody at this point in time. And a lot of the times they don't even want to talk to you about it. I would know. You have to kind of pull it out of them a little bit to get them out of their bubble of what has put them in the bubble to begin with. So, as always, guys, I love you. And comment below, share our video, bring awareness, and we'll talk to you soon.